to the Olentangy, home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport. And, man, this place is rocking today. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the number 25 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Rowell, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough. Let's get this game going. The Buckeyes will kick this deep to get us going. That one bounces through the end zone, so we'll start at the 25. Today. Handoff here from the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness for getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented. It shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 22. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Throws it to the right. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Good route running by that receiver on the corner. Was able to make a sharp break and run toward that open hole in the defense.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills and summer two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
The defense coordinator this week, telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Offense stays on the field. We're going to go for it on the opening drive from their own territory. 4th down, look at the throw for it. Oh, that one's picked off. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
What a costly mistake here by the quarterback. Forces that ball into coverage, and the defense comes up with the interception. Hate to see the game start off like this for this offense.
First down play call coming up. Impressive lead lead. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They tackle him, but the game moves the ball to 36. The Buckeyes closer to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, that's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Talk about Archie Griffin, Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
offense getting set up. Here's second down. Hands off to the left. And that run produces a decent gain. And remember, the last time these teams met, it came right down to the wire.
Well, Chris, there's so many great rivalry games that we all look forward to every single year. But with these two teams, it just always seems to be a tight matchup.
They'll try to run for the first down. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
That's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
Buckeyes are looking to keep this drive going. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made on the right side. A big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. He hands it off from the gun. He's brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of slipping it out. You wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Third down, out of the shotgun. Throw to the running back in the flat. They got it, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
The Buckeyes trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Takes the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. That's incomplete, even on a first down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
Keeping it on the ground here. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of the defense. Has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
back, looking to throw for it on third down. Doesn't get rid of the ball. Trying for a huge loss. Goodness, that is usually a drive killer. Nittany Lions will bring their punt team on the field. And the ball is away from his own end zone. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They're going to try to add the lead now with PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Offense back out there trying to get something going. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Receiver makes the catch. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Often toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Second and 10 here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. It's caught in the crossing pattern. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47. They'll hand it off. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So second and 6. Here comes the up-tempo offense. As a design quarterback keeper. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He's across the 25. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. And the Nittany Lions come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9. A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. It's a quick run. Tackle after the completion, down at the 1-yard line. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. He'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. See if they can convert the point after. PAT up and good. We get a little bit closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And they finally get him down, but a huge gain to wrap up this first quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. quarterback making some changes at the line. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking right, this one caught. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known at 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, go back to Cardale Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Field. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
Fires it to the wideout. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he steps out of bounds, but a crucial takeaway. Great play by this defense.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. And looking to throw now on first down. Not able to connect, incomplete. Second down here. They're going to run it. We picked up with 6 yards, third down and 4 now.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. Drops back, probing the secondary. Running back has it on the screen now. Both area heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead. Snap motion from the receiver. Finds room at the 30. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. Nittany Lions will try to keep this drive moving. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Here comes a throw from the red zone. The pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite it.
And the single back, takes the handoff, and they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line. Buckeyes will hustle to the line here to run the free. And now the running back's got it again. They'll tackle him at the 27. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short in the 27. Try and muscle for the first down. The Buckeyes pick up enough yards to keep this drive rolling.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. They'll try the right here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much...
Oh, he breaks free! It's a foot race! That's a big gain across midfield all the way to the opponent's 35. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quick throw to his receiver, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run it with the option. And the defense there to smother that option play.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. You bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Here's a throw underneath to the back. They ran him up after the completion, just short of the 1st down mark.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. And 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Buckeyes come to the line with 1st and goal. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. He drops back in the gun. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Looking to score the runner to the left side. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now third down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
So here we go, third and goal. Can they punch it in from the one? And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. So the offense clicking now, they're building a lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing, doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Gets momentum scored before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get us top and preserve that momentum. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive started. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. Tries the right with a quick throw. And he throws his third interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
The first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Powering through. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped, but a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Man, he crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. Based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. That's a bullet over the middle. He fires this throw and it's intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
It's third and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Looking to throw it on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. It's picked off again, the fourth for this QB today. Tackled after the interception. That would be the final play of this first half. Meadow's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick this away to get the second half going. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Goes to his right side there for the completion. To get him down, but that's a nice play. Leaves the ball with 33. The Buckeyes come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. First down, looking to throw the football. Makes a quick grab. He's found some room at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid game, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Just another great example, Chris, of Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. Think about it over the last...
Deep shot caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Ohio State. It was a foot race and he won it. And now the try here for the extra point. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Being set to kick the ball off now. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
After a first down loss, it's second and long from their 25. Now here's the toss play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
They're going to throw it on third and very long. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up the fourth down now. He's serious. The offense going for it inside their own 30. Needs a completion here on fourth down. They can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building in the lead here in the second half. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a second and 2.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid game, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
They'll try the option play here. Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the route is on. The momentum really building that. This one could get out of hand. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. To start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. The quarterback's got it on the option. That's a big gain. Great decision to keep the ball and pick up the first down. And the Nittany Lions will come to the line to run the hurry-up. Throw this out of the RPO. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. Second down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Second down, we're going to throw it. Receiver makes the grab. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. Good enough for a first down. The Nittany Lions pick up enough to get a first down there. Let's go. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. On the run, he'll let it go. Makes the catch downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Fighting off the defender. Did well to avoid a loss there, but it's no gain on the play.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Back to throw again. He's running out of time here. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Now on third and very long, looking to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Defense makes the stop. The screen pass doesn't produce a first down, and now it's fourth down.
Great job here by the defense. Third down and long. Drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force this fourth down. Great job here by the D.
Crucial play, down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on fourth down. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. The pass ball is incomplete. A big fourth down stop for this defense.
Really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there, they just weren't able to complete it.
They're going to run it here. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Takes the handoff here, looking to throw it. He's looking to make a big play downfield. Catch made down inside the 25. Touchdown, Ohio State. To stretch the lead, the route is on. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. On the last possession, they passed up on a field goal attempt, but got stopped on fourth down. What can they do here? Quick completion to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The formation sets up a second down play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Good catch made on the sideline. That's enough for a first down. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. He's got it for a big gain. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. The Nittany Lions will crank up the tempo.
That's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to launch it deep again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Well, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
No problem with the PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Return begins inside the 10. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. This group has been rolling up double digits at halftime. They've just built on that lead here in the season. Sacked on heavy pressure there.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
After a first down loss at 2nd and long from their 25. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Now once we line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And he'll lost it to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This one is getting open.
That's another touchdown for these guys. And they have had a day of training, whether it's the quarterback, running back, receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
Extra point splits the uprights. They give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the return starts just inside the end zone. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Cristiano, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game.
He's going for a big play downfield. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one down. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be?
Moves.
Handoff running right. And the freshman brings him down quickly. Here's the second down play.
Can. 42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
And now the handoff. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Grab down the middle. It's Burns. One down to the 22. It's a first down very near the red zone now. The Buckeyes come up to the line in a hurry-up.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down. Working with that lead, you know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Handoff as you try to work the clock here. Nowhere to run up the middle.
What a job at the line of scrimmage by this defense. Looked like a no-brainer. Second short, easy first down. No. Deny. Stop. Bring up third down.
Got it.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone.
Come on, set. Ready, go.
The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
How about the call here? They call it the screen on third down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got fourth and short.
Ready,
They
set.
went for it and failed on fourth down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here.
Get set, get set.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the beatdown continues.
Chris, you talk about having a run. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continue to put points on the board.
Point after, not right through. Kickoff team is on the field to move this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Penn State offense comes back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Trying to create outside the pocket now. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Even though that was incomplete, it was a savvy play by the quarterback to escape the pocket and the pressure to avoid taking the sack.
Second down play coming up.
Here we go.
Offense looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. A little bit too much air on that throw by the junior quarterback. Offense offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Going for a big play downfield. There's another interception. We're losing track. And that's a solid return after the interception.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball down. Cost them.
Comes a powerful Ohio State offense on the field. This has been a dominant performance so far. Up double digits at the break, building on the lead here in the second half. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that previous play. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. He'll have to throw it here on second down. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. First down here, time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Will he score here? Touchdown, Buckeyes. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. They'll try to add the lead now for PAT. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Out on the field. This has been a monumental mismatch, a beatdown for the ages. It's almost over, thankfully. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make...
Oh, it's picked off. What a play. It goes down quickly, but comes up with a nice interception.
Well, that interception really about cost in the game here. I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in and down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
The offense, excellent field position to start this drive. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there. As this clock continues to wind down, this offense has had a great day.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Ready?
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll get the first-down yards before they finally bring it down.
as Washington is running this right, great position. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do it.
Buckeyes are going to cash in this red zone trip. Quarterback, two-snap adjustments now for this defense. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on. Now to try here for the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. They get set to kick it away. And it's field. The returner trying to create good field position here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood the scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Looking for the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. The gain is enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40. They attack the deep middle of this defense. Could come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. The pass is intercepted. He's got some open field ahead. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender and throws the interception.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And with the game in hand, the offense just takes a knee. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. Let's be honest, all wins are not equal. You go in there and hammer your rival. Get bragging rights. That's sweet, man.
Yeah, this one is a little bit different. I mean, this is a game you anticipate, you look forward to the entire offseason. You're thinking about it. Now you get a big win against your rival. You're riding that high much longer than your standard win.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Herb Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.